welcome to today's pick a card reading. Today's message will be, what message does Source need you to hear right now? In a second I will show you the 4 piles that you can pick from, and whatever one that you're drawn to, then that's the one that your message lays in. It's totally okay if you're drawn to more than one. You can listen to more than one message. Again, this is a collective reading, so some things will resonate and some things will not. But a reminder, everything that I'm telling you today is information that you already know. I'm just reminding you or confirming what you know. So let's get into the reading. Okay, here are the 4 piles. We have pile 1 with the citrine, pile 2 with the blue lace agate, pile 3, I'm not sure what stone this is, and pile 4 with the bloodstone. If you need to, take a minute, take a few breaths, meditate on it, and go with which one calls to you. Okay, hello and welcome, pile 1. Let's start off with your tarot cards. So first we have Queen of Swords in reverse. We have 2 of Swords in reverse. We have the Sun in reverse. 9 of Cups in reverse. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And 2 of Cups. Okay, so some common themes already. 5 out of 6 cards were in reverse, which can mean a number of things. We've got 2 twos. We've got the Sun and the Queen of Swords. With the 2 of Swords and the Queen of Swords in reverse, I'm picking up that you are feeling frustrated. You're feeling very frustrated with circumstances, with life, job, family, maybe. And with the Sun and the 9 of Cups in reverse as well, I feel like you have a very strong desire inside of you, but you feel like you cannot reach those desires, or you feel like something is holding you back. This Ace of Pentacles in reverse means that something is stopping you from starting new, from working towards these dreams, working towards these goals. Something is holding you back, whether it's your own beliefs, which I think it is. I think that you actually, these swords in reverse are showing me that you are having a lot of internal battles, internal struggles, and the Queen of Swords in reverse means you need to do a little bit of shadow work. You need to be honest with yourself, and I would advise that you come back to the Sun and the 9 of Cups. Realize your desires. What are your dreams? Start there. Start with what you want to start in your life, what you want to change in your life, what you want to become anew in your life. Start there. What are the things that you are frustrated with in your life right now that you want to see change? Write a list. Speak it out loud. Do whatever, but recognize the things that you are not happy with in life, and then follow that. For your shadow work, you can follow what you're frustrated with in life, where that comes from, why you're frustrated with it, how long have you been frustrated with it. A lot of it is internal though. A lot of the things that are holding you back are internal beliefs that you no longer align with, but for some reason you're still kind of falling behind. So again, with the shadow work, you just need to be honest with yourself. You need to let this light come through and stop restricting it based on what others will think of you, based on your own fear of what's happening inside of you. Everything that you feel inside of you is your higher self pushing you to become all of the things that you want to be, to get this start, to flip it over and say, I am claiming this new start. I am claiming this power to be the director of my life, to be responsible for the things that happen in my life, so you don't feel out of control. You don't feel like you're just a part of life. You are in control. You have the power to change things. If you're not happy, you can change those things, but you have to get to the root of why you're not happy and what actually has to change within you and around you for those changes to happen and to stick. It's a lot of self-honesty. It's a lot of just being honest with yourself and those around you even too. If you need support, having the motivation or having the willpower, or even if it comes to financial support, or just talking through these things with other people. You don't have to be alone. You can speak up. I feel like I'm being called to say that Source also wants you to know that you can call on Source itself. You can call on your God. You can call on your angels and your guides to come through a little bit clearer, to let themselves be a little bit more known in your dreams and desires, so that you don't feel like you're walking this new path alone. And in the end of it all, with this Two of Cups at the very end, once you do this hard work, once you really go through all of the things that you desire and the things that you want to get rid of and release yourself of, it'll come easy. It'll come easy. It's almost like falling in love, but falling in love with your life. And it's not so much falling, but walking into it. You are choosing a better life. You are choosing the life that you want to live. You're choosing the things that you want to do with your time every single day. There's no way that you can go wrong, as long as you're coming from a pure intention and from a place of, I want this because this is what I want, and not because I'm being told that it's what I can't have. You just got to check your intentions. Is it because you really, really want these things, or are you trying to put yourself in a position to be like, I did it, you were wrong about me? Make sure your intentions are internally based and not externally based. Let's get some advice from the Oracle for these. Source, what does Group 1 need to know going through this? Okay. Yes, so we've got inner power with the Lion. And it says, give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. So again, if you need to cut out certain things about your life, or if you need to be harsh with yourself about things that you've been indulging in, or you've been lackadaisical on, I don't like to use the word lazy, but if you've just been ignoring parts of yourself, then of course you're going to feel you're stuck and frustrated, because there are parts of you that are trying to communicate, trying to be alleviated, so that you can move through these phases without any blockages, so that you can get to this Two of Cups and feel the abundance surrounding you. Inner power. Just use your inner power and inner strength. It's going to take strength to be honest with yourself in this way. We'll take one or two more. What does Group 1 need to know about the process coming? Okay. So we have deepening with the black cat. That's interesting. That's two cats. Once you're on Earth for enough lifetimes, your old soul will begin to long for non-grasping detachment and surrender. They bring the peace of God. So again, you feel like you have different desires than everyone else. You feel kind of isolated with wanting to live this different lifestyle. You don't want to live the 9 to 5. You don't want to work the rest of your life, at least in a corporate sort of job. You want to give, you want to have a purpose, but you don't want to necessarily work, and that seems to put you apart from a lot of society. But that's what, the first 5 cards are all talking about you having to be honest with the things that you want out of this life. if you don't want to work a 9 to 5, you have to be honest with that. You have to now take the steps to make sure you can live that life so that you are truly happy. Otherwise, you keep finding yourself stuck at this point, and you see the opening, but you don't know how to get there. You don't know what steps to take to walk through the door. And the last one you got is divine flow, which, sorry, let me take a breath. Eventually, one sublime desire takes precedence over all others, to follow the Tao, the divine flow, at all costs. So again, you feel like you're being drawn. You feel like you just feel drained right now because there are parts of yourself that you are ignoring or you are trying to understand without doing the shadow work. And so it makes sense that you feel frustrated. It makes sense that you feel a little bit out of sorts right now because you're resisting the flow. You're not going with the flow. Whenever you feel your gut telling you something or you feel a desire, that's your higher self telling you that this is what you want, this is what you deserve, this is what you should go after. You shouldn't feel guilty for not wanting to work anymore. You shouldn't feel guilty for wanting certain things out of life that other people don't seem to want. This life is about you, and you are allowed to be selfish when it comes to your desires. Because your intention, it's not about taking anything away from other people. When your intention is to when you are living your divine life, everyone around you feeds off of that energy, and then they follow that energy. You are supposed to be the starter. You are the breaker of generational curses. You are the breaker of generational mindsets that have kept you entrapped in this feeling of guilt and not want to continue to follow the life path that you might be on now. You just have to be honest with yourself. And you are the most important thing. Because once you love yourself and love your life and realize the power that you have in your life and that power comes from love, you cannot go wrong. So everything else, if you lose, whatever you lose from this transformation did not belong to you in the first place. Those were probably the things that were holding you back. Those were probably the relationships that were keeping you gated from seeing your entire self. So I encourage you to do the shadow work on tracing your desires back to specifically why you haven't been able to follow your desires, what mindsets or beliefs have been limiting you. Another thing too with both of these cats here, really delve into that feline energy, that pounce on whatever you want to get out of life. You know what I mean? Like, don't wait around to be fed. Go and get what you want. Pounce on it, literally. But use your inner power to deepen the divine flow. Yeah. I'll give you one more look at the cards, but other than that, I hope you have a wonderful day. Okay, hello group 2. Welcome. You are the Blue Lace Agate group. Let's start off with your tarot cards. So first we have the King of Pentacles. We have the Moon in reverse. We have the Princess of Cups. We have the Ten of Swords in reverse. We have the Wheel in reverse. And we have the Queen of Cups. Okay, so we have a lot of good stuff here. Right away, I'm picking up kind of a back and forth energy, like you are getting really high amounts of energy or really high amounts of creativity, and then you're losing it, and then you're finding it and losing it, and you feel like you can't stay steady on one stream or find easy flow. We have a lot of intense emotions. We have the Queen of Cups and the Princess of Cups, the Moon, and King of Pentacles, which King of Cups in this case is telling me that you need a little bit more of some inner work. Source is telling me that with the King of Pentacles, you are abundant. You feel maybe sometimes like your emotions don't have any reason behind them, like almost the mindset of, oh, other people have it worse, so my pain is not valid. Throw that away. Take it out the window. The moon is showing me that some of these emotions you might want to feel a little bit harder. Lean into them a little bit, because what you avoid is what you prolong. So though you may be feeling a lot of these emotions, you might be feeling overwhelmed by them instead of processing through them. And then again, with Princess of Cups and Queen of Cups, you are very abundant with whether it's your time, but I feel like you're just not recognizing it, because it's not abundant as in like cash money in the bank, but you have overflowing resources. That's what it is. You're overflowing with resources and with fertility, which as in creativity and emotions. You are exuding just this power, this emotion, but you don't know quite what to do with it. That's with this Ten of Swords. You need to kind of sit back and process through these emotions. You might be coming up on some childhood trauma, or just now being able to feel emotions for things that previously you felt distanced from. And the Wheel is a reminder that the only thing constant in life is change, but it's in reverse. So I feel like you are, not that you're avoiding change, just that you don't know what change is bringing. So again, with these emotions, so it's almost actually that you're seeing a new side of things. You're feeling all of these emotions that might have been repressed. They're coming up once again. So you are unsure of what this means for you, because again, when we are traumatized, or I don't mean to say again, but when we are traumatized, we pick up coping skills and mindsets and emotional processes that help us get through the traumatizing period or phase in our life. And when we are at the end of the trauma, or we are no longer in this sort of situation that traumatized us, we tend to hold on to those coping skills, because especially when you're traumatized as a young kid, you hold on to those things. Those things really shape your personality. They shape the way you view the world. And if you become an adult without checking those views or those beliefs that you've come to know, without checking those things, you hold on to things that do not serve you. They may have once, they may have saved your life at a certain period in time, but now it's almost like you're holding on to things, to emotions that are blocking you from making real progress, from reaching this real overflowing feeling of true power. Just the fact that you just don't feel like you assimilate with who you are right now. You feel a little bit out of control. You feel like your circumstances have a little bit more power than on what you want your mind to think. So though you're making progress and you feel like you're finally starting to see life in a new way, there are still emotions and there are still parts that need to be really examined. So shadow work when it comes to traumatizing memories, when it comes to reevaluating how you cope with stress. You don't even need to reevaluate your trauma necessarily, but say you're out in public and something happens and you have an automatic response. What are your automatic responses? What are the things that happen within you automatically that don't need to happen automatically anymore? They may have been necessary, But now there are parts that you need to take responsibility for, and let go of, so that you can welcome in this new season, this new change for you, this new way that you look at life, this new process that you will be using in life. A lot of water. There's a lot of water on the table. So a lot of emotions. You might need to cry. I think crying is one of the most healing things that you can do for yourself, and if you allow yourself to do it, don't guilt yourself over emotions, don't guilt yourself over past actions. We're all doing the best that we can do in the moment. But I think that it would be very helpful to you to really just sit with yourself for a little bit. Just sit and reevaluate what your motivations are, what your intentions are, what do your thoughts align with what you seek from the world. So what I mean is, when you see a triggering sort of stranger, when you think, okay, so like as an example, I walk up to a person that I know visibly I can judge that I probably won't get along with them, and in my mind I'm thinking, oh great, I have to deal with this person or whatever, but then to their face I'm like, hi, how are you? You know, that kind of fake personality. It's inauthentic, which is easy to do nowadays, especially with how, I'm not going to get into it, but either way, when you think those things, when you're like, oh, this person, you're sending out the vibration of, this person's going to annoy me. So when whatever they do, it's going to annoy you. So we have to now make sure that our emotions and our thoughts are in alignment. So when we see them, we instead like to look at them and say, oh, I hope this goes well. It's still kind of putting doubt into it, but just kind of changing the narrative of, you don't need that interaction to go well. I don't really know where I'm going with it. Let me get some clarification we're going to do a few oracle cards. Source, what does group 2 need to process through these? Group 2. This one as well. Surrender. Okay, so surrendering to our emotions. Here's what the card looks like. The message is, sometimes learning to surrender can feel as if you're dying. The ego learns what's hardest to stop trying. The ego learns what's hardest to stop trying to control the whole universe. So again, just coming inside, going back to the inner self and forgetting about everything that's going on in the world. It's a lot, it's overwhelming, and to have to present yourself and also, help people through their trauma, but also work through your own at the same time. Isolate for a little bit. Surrender to your emotions. Make sure that you are validating your pain. Everyone is going through something these days, but you are still valid. You are still allowed to go through whatever it is that you feel you are going through. Go through it. Don't avoid it. Don't put it off to the side because there's more important things at hand. You deserve it. I'm just going to say that. What's another message that group 2 needs to hear? Okay, I just threw half the deck. Hold on. What message needs to hear? So, love, divine source, is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation, only love itself. So, self-love, if you need support from your friends, family, relationships, surround yourself with love. Now I'm sort of seeing this overwhelmed by the world emotion, that feeling of just you can't keep up. turn off the TV, turn off your phone, turn off social media, take it all off. Really just be present in that self-love. Surrender to your life, be present in the moment. And then the last one was sanctity. I don't know if I said that right, but through offering, even the most mundane problem can become a sacrament. So I think you need to get more back in touch with what makes you feel alive, what makes you feel real, what you need to balance out this wave of emotions with physical actions of things that you truly enjoy. This is self-love. This is surrendering to being in the present moment. Really get back to what you used to do or what you want to do, what you see other people doing that really helps, that when you see it, it looks like a process or I don't know the word I'm trying to think of, like a habit that you want to have in your life. Really start to push that into your life. Set yourself up for success. If you know that certain things are overwhelming for you, like for me, when I have a lot of social anxiety, so I started wearing this ring and it helps me envision like my protective barrier. So when I go out now, I still feel anxious, but now I have something that physically reminds me, you don't have to feel this way. You can feel protected. You're in control of your emotions. Don't let everybody's angsty anger in the world get at you, because you are a happy person. You want to be surrounded by love. You want to be happy. You want to feel emotions, but you also want to feel in control of those emotions. You want to, not even in control, but just not that you're overwhelmed by them, so that they come for a purpose and then they pass. So, yeah, group 2, just really recognize the emotions that you are feeling a lot of, what you want to feel a lot more of, and the physical things you can bring into your life that you can offer yourself or your guides to help you with certain things, but there's a little bit of work to be done. And it's okay. You're okay. Your pain is valid. Your worries are valid. If you need to hear that, there it is. You are valid. That's all. That's it. So, group 2, I hope you enjoyed. Group 3, welcome. You are this oddball. I don't know what it is, but it looks cool. I really like it. Okay, that's not the point of the video. Okay, let's get into your tarot cards. So first we have 3 of Pentacles in reverse. We have 7 of Wands in reverse. We have the King of Wands in reverse. We have the Princess of Swords in reverse. Jeez, there's a lot of things in reverse today. The Magician in reverse. And the Chariot in reverse. Okay, this is intense. Yeah, so... Okay, we're going to start with the first 3. So 3 of Pentacles in reverse and 7 of Wands in reverse are both playing off of each other. You've been in a difficult situation, whether it's with people, like family, coworkers, loved one, like relationships, friendships, really anything, but you feel a little bit frustrated with certain people, and you feel like there's been a lot of conflict recently. You've been having to defend yourself a lot. You've been having to defend your beliefs a lot, standing to your own convictions. The King of Wands in reverse is telling me that there's a lot that you want out of life right now. There's a lot that you want to see change. But this 3 of Pentacles, whatever you've been defending, you strongly believe in. You strongly believe in whatever you're defending, which, as you should. Sorry. So, you feel like you've just been at odds with your surroundings, whether it's people or your physical surroundings. You don't feel happy with the place you're in. But your strength in this situation is building a strong foundation so that the next phase, and this is just the first 3 cards, so you know what, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting student vibes. I'm getting whether it's you're in college, high school, actual school, or if you're a student of life and you're just learning a lot of information right now, whatever you're learning seems to be a little bit of conflicting with your surroundings, maybe. If not, your studies are taking over a lot of your time, and that could be where some conflict is coming from. But you, I think what you need right now, you can use this as shadow work or a journaling prompt. What you need right now is to reevaluate your intentions. Are you happy with what you're studying? Are you learning enough? Are you learning what you want to learn about? Are you learning anything at all? Are you retaining anything? Do you need a break from studying? Do you need a break from learning? It's just a lot of conflict, whether it's internal. Actually, now I'm seeing that it's internal too. It could be internal conflict. You're fighting yourself on you think you need to do one thing, but you're having the desire to do a different thing. And a lot of these cards are talking about intentions. You have a lot of strength, a lot of willpower, but you want to reevaluate if you're putting that strength and power into the right things. The Chariot and the Magician coming in. You are very powerful. You just want to make sure your power is going into the right things in this life. So are you battling things that don't need your attention? Are there things that you should just get rid of instead of fighting for it? That's a heavy, heavy sentence. I think that you need to cleanse a lot of things. Whether it's internal or external is up to you, but there are a lot of things that you need to get rid of, or at least to refine, so that you can flip these around and recognize your power and use it to move forward into the next phase. Make sure that this Chariot, this next phase, is a smooth transition, because if your intentions are not in alignment with your surroundings, with your actions, you will keep getting stuck, and you will keep finding these conflicts, inner or outer. You will continue to find yourself frustrated and overwhelmed, overtly exhausted from having to work so hard for things that should not be this hard. If you find yourself like, even I'm feeling insomnia, like even to the point where you can't sleep, like you are stressed to the max, it's because you're taking too much on. You need to reevaluate what you want to do, and if you are doing that, if you are doing what you want to do, because you have the power. You are the Magician. You have the power to do whatever it is you want. But are you using that power in the right way? Are you putting it into the right things? Sorry, that's a lot of heavy stuff today. So, but it could be light stuff too. It could be little just distractions too. If you find yourself getting distracted on TikTok or little shows on Netflix or whatever, turn it off. Really cleanse yourself inside and outside. Cleanse your area of things that distract you from your intentions, from what you want to study, from what you want to learn from life. And this doesn't even have to be like books, reading books, or like taking tests or whatever. Sorry, I keep tripping over myself. So, you learn something new every day. That's what I tell myself every day. And maybe you should start keeping track of what you learned today. What is one thing that you learned today? Interesting. Think about it. What are you learning every day? And if you feel like you're not learning anything, something needs to change. You just feel like you need to build a little bit more hold on, okay, we're gonna go to the Oracle. What, Source, what does Group 3 need to know with this process of this phase? Group 3. Your path. Dear Lord, help me trust that there's a plan far beyond what I can see through my fears and illusions. Okay, so fears and illusions are coming into it. So it seems like you're fighting with yourself again. Maybe you need to release fears. Maybe you are restricting what you're learning because you're listening too much to your own mind. But I'm talking about your anxiety mind, your depression mind, your not quite in reality mind, especially with social media and the way it works today. We can get wrapped up in all the things that are going on around us and forget where center point is. So I think you should focus on coming back to your path. What do you want to get from this life? Reevaluate what your intentions are. A lot of these cards are pointing out your intention. What is your intention for this life, for this day, for this next hour? What is your intention? Now work on staying true to your intentions. Don't get distracted. Don't get disheartened almost. Let's get one more. Or two more. Outrageous openness. Okay, with a little birdie. Outrageous openness. And you've got two quotes. So this one says, Dear love, open me to your will. Release me from my attachments. Surprise me and delight me with your plan. You know what's needed and I'm open to receive. So maybe repeat that a few times until you believe it. Write it down and repeat it every day when you're in the shower. But again, this is pointing out that you need to trust yourself and also whatever your faith is. But basically, you are believing that the shit that you're going through right now is worth something on the other side. Or the shit that you're going through right now is trying to tell you that you need to change something, that you need to get out of something, that you need to do better for yourself, that you deserve better. And this last one is ease. And that's a beautiful card. Ease. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. It's easy for me to receive. So again, and even on that last one, it said, I am open to receive. So a lot of this is pointing out that you're open to receive. So, okay, another point of shadow work, and you might want to watch group 1 because it talks a little bit about this, but let go of the vice grips. Whatever you think needs to happen right now, whatever you're trying to manifest, stop holding on to what it's supposed to look like. Put your intention out there and then go about your day, and it will come to you. It comes to you. Everything that is here to serve you will come to you. Everything that causes friction in your life is not for you. Recognize that as something to better the situation so you can communicate, you can change it, you can use that advice to make the situation better, or you can take yourself out of the situation. You can say, you know what, this has gone on for long enough. I know that my fighting for the situation is not changing it, so I am stepping away. I am stepping into myself, and wash your hands free of it. Cry. I told the other group this. Cry. That's the most healing thing that you can do, is feel what you're feeling. If you feel frustrated, if you feel like you are being held back, if you feel angry, feel it. Lean into it. Everything that you avoid feeling, you prolong it so that it continues to seep into your daily life. Where if you're angry, you can be angry for an hour or 2 hours tonight. You can feel that completely, and then it's done. You don't have to feel it again, and you can greet the next day with an open mind, with an open heart, because you felt the grief, you felt the anger, and now it's gone. It's been through. Things come up. It's okay. You're okay. You are supported. That's one thing that is clear here, is that you're supported. Whether you believe it or not, maybe you should do a few things to get into connection with guides. look up a video on, I'm out of breath. Look up a video on how to connect with your guides, or what guides are trying to reach out to you. I feel like you need a little bit more spiritual support or mental support. But again, I just want to remind you that you are the magician. This is upside down in your cards, but you have the power of flipping it around. You have the power of creating the life that you want. You have, and it will come to you with ease once you process these things. Once you realize that not everything is worth fighting for, but you are always worth fighting for. As long as what you're arguing for, what you're fighting for, whatever conflict you're meeting is for the betterment of yourself and your situation, your life, fine, fight away. But if it's not serving you, and if you're just fighting these things over and over again and you're not seeing an outcome that is bettering your life, then it's time to say goodbye to it. It's time to change it or get rid of it. But the universe wants you to know you are on your path, and once you get rid of these roadblocks, once you get rid of these things that continue to sit around you and block you, the path will feel like you're on a slide almost, like you're just easily going through things, because once you get rid of all the clutter, all the things that are taking up your time that are not serving you, and you get all of that time to now put into things that are serving you, your life is going to change 100%. It will literally go from reversed to upright. Just simple as that. I'm going to show you the cards one more time, but I hope if anything resonated, let me know. Have a good rest of your day. Alrighty, group 4, you are the Bloodstone group. Very pretty. Let's get into your tarot cards. So the first one, we have the Empress in reverse. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse. Every single card in all the other groups, almost every card today has been in reverse. Let's see. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Oh. Seven of Pentacles upright. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Lots of Pentacles. And Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay. So we've got a lot of earth energy. I am seeing. First, we have a lack of trust in ourselves. A little lack of confidence. So with the Empress in reverse, as well as the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, you're not seeing a lot of self-value, whether you're an artist or of any kind. I see all things in life are art. So whatever you are, whatever you create, you're not really trusting your creations. You're not really trusting your creative ability. You're not really valuing or honoring your creative ability. This Eight of Swords in reverse also shows me that you feel stuck. You feel stuck, and in this Seven of Pentacles, that pretty much represents progress, but it's painfully slow progress. So painfully slow that you feel discouraged, so painfully slow that you feel that you are not reaping the benefits of being a creator. Whatever it is that you create, whatever it is that you feel passionate about, you don't feel that it is giving you the abundance that you're looking for. You don't feel that it is worth your time at this moment. That makes me sad, because you are a very fertile person. You are a very creative person. You are a creator. You are you are amazing. You are so full of life. But right now, it feels like your source of life is dim. Yeah, you just feel stuck. You feel stuck in what you're doing. You feel like you may not have any creativity at the moment. Let me clarify with some oracle cards just real quick. That was quick. Okay, group 4. What does group 4 need to hear? Wow! Kind of an explosion. Okay, we're going to read all of these because why not? Right action. Aparigraha literally means let everything that wants to go, go, and everything that wants to come, come. Right action. So playing into this feeling stuck or feeling infertile almost in a way, maybe you're, so like even with manifesting, if you are not an artist or don't see yourself as an artist, you might be a manifester. And you are not seeing your manifestations come true because you might have a little bit too much of the mental aspect, not the spiritual, but the mental. You want it to look this way and feel this way and sound this way. When you manifest, you can't hold on to those things. You have to put it in the universe and trust that it comes back. So it feels slow almost because you're holding on to this right idea where the universe is testing you and saying as soon as you give up that perfect, ideal outcome, will give you exactly what you need. Not what you want, what you need. And what you need is most likely what you want, just in a bigger, better form. I mean, you could be thinking, oh, I want to manifest $500. And so you keep thinking about this number and how it's going to come in cash and it's going to come from a certain person. But as soon as you let that go, you could get $2,000 from some, you know what I mean? Like manifestation works in that weird way. So does creativity, especially when it comes to, like, I paint. When I paint and I come in with this idea of I want it to look exactly this way, I get frustrated the entire time because I'm like, it doesn't look exactly the way I want it to in my mind. And so then I get discouraged. I don't want to paint anymore. I don't want to manifest anymore. I don't want to create anymore because I have so much attention going to what it's supposed to look like instead of just fluidly creating. Okay. Hold on. This is going to be a good one. Okay. Then we have humility. So again, allow me, divine, to always accept the right assistance. I welcome your help in every way and delight in receiving it. So again, you have to find humility in your creative process, whatever that may look like, but you have to remember that you are human. Right now you are. That you are, you just have to be open. You are not perfect, and no one wants you to be perfect. You should not want to be perfect. You want to be good. You want to be flowing. You want to be overflowing with creativity. But this idea of perfect that keeps ringing, is what's holding you back. Also, here, pause on the oracle cards, but shadow work idea. Where does this idea of perfection stem from? Whether it's childhood, workplace, whatever. What in your life has made you believe that you must be perfect to be valid, to be worthy? Think about that for a little bit. Oh, next one. Invite help. Invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready, God, pursue me. Or whoever you believe in, whatever you believe in. Invite that source, invite that spirit, invite that that energy to come to you. You may be seeking a lot of things, spiritually or physically or whatever. Invite whatever it is that you're seeking more of into your life. Invite it into your life. Instead of saying, I'm bringing it into my life, invite it into your life. Allow it to come into your life. And sit and enjoy your peace. Show those things. I mean, God and Source and Gaia are energies that will come no matter what. They don't come on terms or anything like that, but enjoy your life the way it would feel as if you had like a direct connection to Source. If you already had that connection, one way to build your intuition, to build even creativity, is to believe that you have it all. Not that you're perfect, just that you are capable of anything. So that whatever I go to start this project, whatever it comes out looking like, that is exactly what it's supposed to look like, because that is divine creation. Not, I want it to look like this so that it gets this amount of likes or whatever. You know what I mean? Enjoy the process of creating, simply for creating and not for others' consumption. Next card. Letting go. Everything is indeed out of control, and God will hold it all. I can safely let go. So coming back to this first one that we got was right action, and it said, let everything that wants to go, go, and everything that wants to come, come. So you are really struggling with this idea of having to be in control, of having to I'm losing my words. You're really struggling with this idea that you must be in control, and everything that happens is outright because of you. So whether it's good or bad, if you believe that everything that happens around you, or even some people deal with the idea that things that exist far away from them are they're a direct cause of those things happening, again, whether they're good or bad, but the only thing that you are in control of is yourself. Everything that is not you and inside of you, let go of. The only thing that you can control is your mindset, is your ability to work through these things, to get rid of this mindset that you're nothing, that you're not worth it, that you are not valid, because you are. Your progression, the Seven of Pentacles, your progression feels so slow because you want it to look a certain way. Remember that everyone's story looks different, and remember that what you see and read and hear on social media is not the full story. The only full story that you get is your own. So when you compare yourself to others, to whatever, you can always take notes. If you see something that you like, apply it to your life. Surround yourself with things that you like and love. But don't compare your journey to other people's journey. Comparison is a thief of joy. I mean, simply said, that's yeah. And this last one is divine love. When you offer everything to the divine with detachment, you begin a love affair with spirit. So again, that's funny. All of these are saying the same exact thing. Just with your tarot cards, they're all saying the same thing. Let me read it again. When you offer everything to the divine with detachment. Sorry, my camera cut out. Okay, so when you offer everything to the divine with detachment, you begin a love affair with spirit. So again, ask and you shall receive. But if you send in your request with parameters, the universe doesn't like to work with specifics. The universe doesn't like to work within a range. It likes to work without limitations. So once you try to manifest something or create something with a limitation, a certain limitation, the universe automatically is, it's hard for the universe to work into that because you're putting a limitation on it. Literally, you are attached to a certain outcome, and that's very hard for the universe to provide, because it's easier to say coincidence than it is to say like snap my fingers and $1 million appear. You know what I mean? It's easier for the universe to work in mysterious ways than for it to be outright. You can't go in and say, on this day at this time I'm going to receive 10. I mean, maybe you can. Maybe you are incredibly powerful and you can do that. But for others, for the rest of us, we can't expect so many specific things, because you're setting yourself up for a letdown. You're setting yourself up for disappointment when you expect so many specific things instead of just allowing it to flow, instead of trusting that whatever comes to you Let everything that wants to go, go, and everything that wants to come, come. Everything that is for you will come to you, as long as you're not blocking it out, because things could come to you, but it's not your aesthetic. It's not what you imagined it to be, so you reject it. If you allow things to come, no matter what they are, what it feels like, what it looks like, that's the best way to receive from the universe, because, I mean, I don't even want to say anymore. I just feel like I should reiterate what outside factors are manipulating your view on your life. As in, what are you basing your manifestations off of? You see someone else's happiness. Do you use that as a point of reference? Or are you saying, I purely just want happiness? I don't want it to look like any other person's happiness. I just want to feel happiness. You gotta really recognize and take responsibility for the things that you're fueling your manifestations with. Even, not even so comparison, but let me say, damn it, it's gone. I see a lot of birds though, and a lot of butterflies in these pictures. So, yeah, a lot of birds, even in the tarot. So, birds can be a symbol. Yeah. Even this one has, I mean, they all have wings. Wow, this is weird. I just saw that. You need to spread your wings. You need to shake loose of what you think you're supposed to be. You need to just open up and exist. Be free to exist as you are. Physically, whether that's physically or mentally, you are valid. You are allowed to just be. And if you felt like you haven't been allowed to just be in the past, now is your time to give yourself that safe space and exist, and allow yourself to just feel fluid, feel alive. That's all I can really say. And then again, with this Empress in reverse, you're a very beautiful person. You are a very I mean, everyone is worthy of love and of good things in life, but you especially are pure from the heart. You are very worthy, and you need to see your value. You need to see that the universe recognizes your value, but they want more for you, and that's why your specific expectations are not coming in. Let go of your expectations. That's all I have for you. I'll show you the cards one more time, but let me know if anything resonated with you. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye.